These are times LeBron James exposed his trash-talking opponents. Now, if you're going to be bold enough to try and trash talk LeBron, make sure you aren't sitting courtside because he might just get the security guards to kick you out. Austin Rivers is smarter than that because he knows not to make LeBron angry. Because when you get on his bad side like Trevor Ariza trying to take the ball from LeBron, you know it's not going to end up well. When trash talking LeBron, there's no better way to start this off than the Memphis Grizzlies and of course Dillon Brooks. Everyone knew that he was going to talk before the series started, but no one expected what was going to happen. In game one, it went pretty smoothly as Brooks had nothing to talk about as the Lakers beat the Grizzlies. But in game two, when Brooks hit a 3 in their blowout win, he made the bad decision to stare down LeBron. And then after the game, Dillon Brooks said this.
You and LeBron have that exchange. There are people out there that say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care. He's old. I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
Now that's a lot of nerve for someone who can't even shoot 40% from the floor, and you can even hear the reporter in the background kind of laugh at how ridiculous his statements were. Now LeBron seemed to not really care about this, and even after the game he said that he's not here for that BS.
I'm not here for the bull. I'm ready to play, and that's it.
Now, before game 3, Dillon Brooks and LeBron got into it, as LeBron had some words for the young fella. During game 3, though, something happened that I don't think anyone could have imagined. Brooks hit LeBron in the nuts.
I poke bears.
Now, that is a no zone no matter what kind of sport or level that you are playing at. You just don't do that. This play actually got Dillon Brooks ejected from this game. And so going into game 4, this was huge. And the game went into overtime. And at this point, the Lakers were up in the series 2-1. And with 20 seconds left, up 3 with Brooks guarding LeBron, he did this.
He wanted James. He gets him. James drives. James is fouled.
And this play actually made Dillon Brooks shut up for once. The big mouth apparently was too stunned to talk, as after the game he said, "I'm out," and refused to talk to the media. In game 5, LeBron had some words for Brooks after AD blocked the crap out of him. After this, in game 6, you know how Dillon Brooks asked for 40 earlier.
I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
Well, he got 40. He got a 40-point loss to send him home, where again he refused to face the media.
Ain't no respect till it gives me 40.
Now, the funniest part of all of this is just a few days after they got eliminated, it was announced that Dillon Brooks isn't allowed to come back to the Grizzlies. But maybe it's a good opportunity for Dillon Brooks as he gets to play for the
Guangdong Tigers. Ni hao! Ni hao! Ni hao!
This isn't the first time LeBron has exposed a trash talker. I suppose you all remember Lance Stephenson, the guy who blew in LeBron's ear and was a clown throughout his entire NBA career. But what if I told you that his trash talking moment actually happened 2 years before this whole ear blow? In 2012, when Lance was on the bench during game 3 of the playoff series, LeBron was shooting a technical free throw and missed it, which made the Pacers fans go nuts, of course. But at the time, bench warmer Lance Stephenson decided to have a little bit of fun with it and did the choking sign at LeBron, which is just classic Lance. What happened after the game in the press conference, LeBron was asked about Lance, and he just responded, "Are you guys going to ask me about Lance Stephenson?" At this point, Lance didn't really have a basketball career and was barely getting any minutes at the time. So ultimately, LeBron wasn't going to give him the time of day, but one of his teammates was. Following up after this incident in a playoffs matchup between the Pacers and the Heat, one of LeBron's got revenge on Lance Stephenson by putting his elbow right into his neck. And since this moment, Lance has been doing everything he can to try and get under LeBron's skin. The funny part is Lance and LeBron actually got on the same team for 1 year until the next year when Lance went off to China. I guess when you trash talk LeBron, he just sends you packing out of the country. But wait a minute. That isn't the only Stephenson that LeBron got beef with. That's right, there's also a DeShawn Stevenson, who some may not know about as being one of LeBron's biggest trash talkers. And this guy's so bad that LeBron even had Jay-Z backing him up and even had a song dissing DeShawn.
Ask my LeBron, please have respect like you're talking to your mom.
After 2 straight playoff series wins over Stephenson and the Wizards, nothing really happened, it seemed, but after this, it got really dangerous. First, let's get the weird rumor out of the way, which is LeBron is obviously a good friend of Jay-Z, right? And Jay-Z was about to get married to Beyonce, who at the time was a member of Destiny's Child. And the rumor was apparently DeShawn Stevenson at some point was in a relationship with both of the other members in the singing group. And there is speculation that that is what caused this beef. But we know for sure that something happened to spark this beef. And that was when LeBron missed a game-winning shot in the final game of the 2008 regular season. And Stephenson, after the game, called the King overrated. So then LeBron just laughed at it, and LeBron said he was like Jay-Z and DeShawn was like Soulja Boy, which is very true looking back on it. Now this next guy trash talked LeBron on Twitter, and then LeBron showed up 10 years later and dropped 42 points on him during a Drew League game. In 2011, he tweeted out saying that the Heat are going to lose, and what are you going to do next, LeBron? Go back to Cleveland? 2 years later, Dion tweets out again as LeBron is not having the best time in 2013 and says LeBron not clutch at all. Now, this wasn't just your average Joe. This guy was a good basketball player. He was the Prep Player of the Year in 2002. He was 6'7" forward who averaged 17 points and 9 rebounds a game, almost a double-double in his senior year of college. He then went on to play international ball and ended up playing in the Drew League. And that led us to July 16th, 2022, when LeBron James decides to show up and play this guy in the Drew League. Dion wasn't even in town for this game, but he heard LeBron was coming and I guess he wanted the smoke.
He was like, LeBron is coming tomorrow to the Drew League. I told him straight up, I'm Bron.
So he flew in, and LeBron was ready for his revenge.
I woke up with anger in my life today.
Let's just say LeBron did exactly what you'd expect him to do. He scored 42 points and had 16 rebounds, and he really wasn't even playing that hard. In 2020, we had the NBA Finals between the Lakers and the Miami Heat, and this was an intense matchup. The Lakers stormed ahead, taking a 2-0 lead, but in Game 3, Jimmy Butler showed up, dropping a 40-point triple-double. The game was coming down to the wire, and Butler grabs the ball, finishes with a layup, and then looks in LeBron's direction and says, "They're in trouble." Not the best thing to say to LeBron James. So when Game 4 rolled around, LeBron decided to give Butler a taste of his own medicine. It was payback time. First, he goes after Duncan Robinson, stealing the ball and throwing down an incredible dunk right in Jimmy's face. But LeBron wasn't done there. He then sinks a three-pointer again right in Jimmy Butler's grill. And he was just getting warmed up because then he takes Jimmy Butler one-on-one, posting him up and hits him with a nice fadeaway shot. With this amazing performance, LeBron nearly had a triple-double and won the game for the Lakers. And 2 games later, LeBron was crowned the Finals MVP and secured his 4th championship ring. Poor Jimmy, his bold words came back to haunt him, proving that you don't want to mess with LeBron James. Jayson Tatum made a deadly mistake when he dunked on LeBron, but then decided to get in his face and trash talk him. And you can see the look in LeBron's eyes right here. Yeah, the game's about to be over. The thing is, after trash talking him, Jayson Tatum comes back, he hits another three-pointer to put them ahead of the Cavs. But just in classic LeBron fashion, he ended up leading the Cavs to beat them by 8 points and move on to the finals. Next, we have Joakim Noah, who is known as one of the most intense NBA players and is known for his trash talking skills as well. Now, he's got some beef with LeBron, and this all started during a regular season game when the Cavs were dominating the Bulls, and Noah took offense to LeBron and the Cavs dancing and celebrating during this blowout. He screamed something at LeBron while he was at the free throw line, grabbing his attention, and then LeBron confronted Noah, resulting in a technical foul. Now, this rivalry just intensified during the 2010 playoffs when the Bulls faced the Cavs in the first round, and every time Noah touched the ball in Cleveland, he was met with boos from the crowd. And Noah expressed his frustrations and that he found his hotel room depressing and that there was nothing good about Cleveland. Noah doubled down, claiming he would never vacation in Cleveland, and despite Noah's efforts, LeBron and the Cavs ultimately won the series. And during LeBron's time in Miami, there were a few minor moments between him and Noah. Noah referred to the Heat as Hollywood, implying their theatrics and showmanship.
Miami's a hell of a team. They're Hollywood as hell, but they're still very good.
Now, some of the most trash talking that's ever happened has been between LeBron James and the Golden State Warriors, with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Really, that whole team I feel like LeBron has had beef with at some point. But the trash talking really escalated and peaked at the 2018 NBA Finals. During this time, we had Draymond Green, who claimed that he was the real defensive player of the year, not LeBron. And during this entire matchup, there was a ton of trash talking.
The conversation continued, the bumping and shoving, and well, let's see if they're going to give out any technicals as the ball is still in play.
Now, this was a rough series between the Cavs and the Warriors, but LeBron had such a crazy performance, including his legendary 51-point performance in Game 1. And with each basket, he silenced the Warriors' trash talk more and more. Now, despite all of LeBron James's efforts, the Warriors still took a 3-0 lead in the series, and it seemed like the trash talk had paid off for Golden State. However, LeBron wasn't going down without a fight, so he got his team together and was ready for Game 4. In this game, he got 42 points, grabbed 12 rebounds, and had 10 assists. At this point, LeBron really couldn't trash talk back because they were down 3-0, but he was able to secure the victory to put them back 3-1. Now, ultimately, the Cavs lost this series, but where it comes back into it is this year during the 2023 playoffs. With so much history between LeBron and this Golden State team, there has already been so much trash talk happening. One of my favorite moments is when LeBron follows Steph back to the Warriors bench and is just trash talking him the entire time, telling the coach to put him back in the game. LeBron's won some against the Warriors, he's lost some against the Warriors, and you know this meant a lot to him. So you know sending them home so that the Lakers could go to the conference final was the ultimate revenge for LeBron. If you want to check out another video, click on the screen, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.